hoping that this video record all the way because I don't want to have to make two videos. But if it doesn't record all the way, you should see a part 2 to this video. If it doesn't see a part 2 to this video, then that means that it did record all the way. What I want to talk about is how to turn back sickness from out your body, how to cancel a disease from out your body. Let's say, for instance, that you go to the doctor and they say you're diagnosed with cancer or with any other type of disease, terrible disease such as that. We're going to show you how to terminate these diseases from your body, what causes them, and how to terminate these diseases from your body. My name is Delroy Young. This is going to be a paid video. This is going to be a paid access to watch the full extent of this video. So anywhere this video stops, you have to pay from there. You have to pay for the access to watch the full video. So if it stops here, then you have to pay the access fee to watch the rest of this video. Thanks a lot. So let's begin with disease. What are diseases and what causes diseases? Our first knowledge of disease came in the book of the book of the Jubilees, where Noah was experiencing problem and he prayed to God to remove these diseases. Our understanding about all of that was that diseases comes into human body through demonic spirits. So diseases themselves, they are demonic spirits. I'm going to explain to you how that works. Another thing that brings disease into your body is through food. Food brings disease in your body because if you didn't eat anything, you won't have any symptoms of anything, and if you don't have any symptoms of anything, then you won't have disease. I'm going to explain to you because there's a lot of people that you talk to out there that you have to explain everything to them and break it down to their understanding before they accept what you're saying, especially when we're talking, when we're not doctors. Why is it that, how is it that diseases are demonic spirits? And how do we know that demonic diseases are demonic spirits? And how do we know that food brings diseases into your body? The food part of it is simply to explain. Because if you didn't eat anything, as I said before, you wouldn't have any symptoms of anything coming into your body. But yet at the same time, you can eat everything and not have symptoms coming into your body. It depends on how you eat and the quantities. You see, there are many laws. There are many spiritual laws in life. There are many physical laws, spiritual laws. There are many mental laws. But the thing I want to talk to you about first is that diseases are demonic spirits. And demonic spirits bring diseases into your body. And how does that work? The Bible talk about, not the Bible, but in the book of Adam, if you are like myself who read many books, you learn a lot of things. In the book of Adam, where Adam and Eve they never start experiencing things in the body. They never start experiencing having physical traumatic experiences until they started eating. Then they come out of the spiritual realm with the food and they come into the physical realm and they was like, oh my God, this feels horrible. But before we go any further, let's clarify the first thing I want to teach you about diseases and demonic spirits. You see, the physical body is subjected to the spiritual body, and I want you to take that in mind. How do we know that the physical body is subjected to the spiritual body? Because when the spirit leaves the body is dead. The body is dead without the spirit. The Bible said a man gave up the ghost. So as you gave up the ghost, you're dead. So the spirit life, the spirit body is gone out of the flesh body, and the flesh body no longer lives. Which means that the spirit body is a body that has the life, and the flesh body does not have the life. And this is one of the main things I want to explain to you. Now, if the spirit body have the life and the flesh body does not have the life, you cannot live life in subjection to the flesh body, because that will cause the flesh body to be lifeless. So the law of the flesh body is lifelessness, which is death, and the law of the spirit body is life. If the law of the flesh body is lifelessness or is death, and the law of the spirit body is life, that means that the law of the flesh body and the law of the spirit body are opposite. So when you're living in the law of the flesh body, you're not living in the law of the spirit body. And that was the reason why I mentioned about Adam and Eve within the book of Adam, because within the book of Adam it says that Satan's law is a pleasure law. Satan's kingdom is a pleasure kingdom. He indulges in pleasure, and while it being indulged in pleasure, you're destroying the flesh. So we come back again from out of the book of Adam to teach you what I'm teaching you, to teach you the law of the spirit body. If when you're indulging in the flesh body, you're indulging in pleasure, then that means that the flesh body's law is a law of pleasure. This is a spirit of pleasure, and being indulged in pleasure and in the pleasure of the flesh, you're destroying the flesh body itself. If the flesh body itself is not competent of deciding on the things that are in the best interest of itself, then that means that the law of the flesh body is destructive, and you cannot cause life to the flesh body by subjecting to the law of the flesh body. Which takes us to then, if the flesh body is not capable of imparting life unto itself, which is the flesh body itself. This flesh body is incapable of imparting life to the flesh body, then that means that the law of the flesh body is destructive to the flesh body itself. Which is why the flesh body is subjected to the spirit body for the purpose of life. So through the spirit body, we have life to the flesh body. So we do not have life through the spirit, to the flesh body itself, to the flesh body. We have life through the spirit body, so that the flesh body can live, because the spirit body is exercised. And what is the law of the spirit body? So now here's it to figure out, and it's very simple. If the law of the flesh body is pleasure, which of course destroys the flesh body, then the law of the spirit body is sacrifice, which elevates the spirit body itself and cause life to the flesh body. So the flesh body gets life through the integration or through the power of the spirit body, which means that in order for the flesh body to have life, the flesh body have to sacrifice itself. It have to make sacrifice. If the flesh body makes no sacrifice, then the flesh body have no life. What is the biggest sacrifice that the flesh body could make? Of all the pleasure in life that we enjoy, what is it that we absorb? What is more absorbent? What is it? What is the element of pleasure that is more absorbent? What we consume most? Food. And second thing is sex. Food and sex, but we're going to talk about food. So how do you sacrifice food in the sex, in the flesh body? The process of sacrificing food, giving up food in the flesh body is called a fast, a fasting. It doesn't matter whether you be a Christian or not, but fasting from food, which is denying the flesh body of food itself. As much as you can do that, as long as you can do that, for that demotes the flesh body and promotes the spirit body. And it is through that demotion of the flesh body that you give life to the flesh body. Remember, the first thing that we talked about, we said that food is what brings diseases into a man's body. Whether you have cancer or diabetes or heart disease, whatever it is that you have or that coming into your body as a disease comes there through food. So food is a sacrifice that you must make in order to prevent disease from coming into your body. Food is also the sacrifice that you must make in order to rid the disease from out your body. If you watch Dr. Sebi's teachings before he passed away, God rest his soul, you would see him, part of the teachings in there was about fasting. Fast. You have a disease in your body, start fasting, because you can fast away the disease out your body. Not that you are a Christian who you're doing a spiritual fasting. It doesn't matter who you are. God accepts fast from anybody because it is in a denial of the flesh. If you're the bank, would you refuse money because somebody brings in money into the bank that you don't like, or that you don't agree with their political views? No, you accept money. So if you're God, would you refuse fasting because this person was not a born again Christian, or that person is not a... No, it doesn't work like that, because divinity is a law, and part of the law of divinity is in the denial of the flesh. Any man who comes to God, who denies himself, who comes to God, must deny himself. Whether you come to God through an ecumenical or evangelical perspective, or you just come to God as a man off the street who realize that your actions are bad and you need to do better, you must deny yourself. So denying yourself is a part of the process that brings you close to God. So when you deny the flesh, you're invoking spirituality into your life. You're invoking the power of the spirit body into your life. So it doesn't matter who you are. Fasting is a thing that is going to help to be rid the disease out your body. You fast for as long as you can. Nobody's saying to fast for 40 days, because your body reaches a limit where it gives in. You do yours, whatever it is, your number, you do your number, but you have to fast away the disease from out your body. You have to abstain from food, which is the very thing which gets you laid out and stressed out in the first place, and losing numbers, where your body becomes at a compromise, where now the disease find it easy to escape into your body. Another thing that I want to talk about in here, perhaps briefly, I didn't plan to talk about it before this video, but when I start making the video, I mentioned sex. So since I mentioned it in this video, I'm gonna really perspectivize this subject matter and how it also helps to make your body unhealthy. When you ejaculate, you're disposing of life from out your body. It is easy also to come to that conclusion, because that same life that you ejaculate, that was what went into a woman to make a child, so that a life could be created. So you're ejaculating life from out of your body. If you're a person who masturbates, if you're not married, or even if you're married, because married men, they masturbate a lot, that is a very unhealthy thing for you. That breaks down all the immune system in your body, that imparts the life from out your body. It makes you become weak, and it brings you to where you become susceptible to diseases going into your body. I want to pay attention, very close attention to that. So that's another process of the loss of life. And look how pleasureful it is to masturbate. Because sometimes you could say the masturbation feels better than the sex itself. But that's a part of the devil's kingdom. That's a part of the remember we said the devil's kingdom is a pleasure kingdom. And the law of the devil is a destruction, not only of the spirit, but of the physical body itself. The devil will destroy anything that is life, the body that has life in it, and the spirit that gives life to the body. So sex outside of sex, which is masturbation, and even sex itself inside of sex, which is sex, and too much sex, is also what brings your body to the susceptibility, to the susceptible level, whereas now your body is at a compromise to disease, and so that a spiritual disease can walk into it, because anything that is going to affect you in this physical body have to first be possible in the spiritual body. If it is not possible in the spirit, it cannot be made possible in the flesh. It has to be possible and authorized in the spirit first, before it is possible and authorized in the flesh. Because the flesh is subjected to the spirit. The flesh body is subjected to the spirit body. So learn this, that because diseases come into your body through food or through food consumption, you can reverse diseases from out your body through fasting. Try to eat less and fast more, and each time you fast for as long as possible, but not too long that you will hurt yourself, because a lot of times it is the enemy that comes to you, wants you to break your fast, tempted by the flesh to break your fast, telling you that you can't do this. You can live for a long period of time without fasting. Without eating. So having talked about the main thing, the most important thing that causes sickness to your body, and the most important way to reverse it, let's talk about a couple other things if we have time on this video. I want to talk about water. Water is life. Water is life. I drink a little bit of lemon both in my water and my iced tea, especially in my iced tea, because iced tea is a very good thing to drink. That is all I drink: iced tea and water. Water is life itself, and is the first original purpose of life. It is better than all other drink, and it is the source of life into your body. Lemon within water, or lemon within iced tea, because I don't drink lemon in water. Some people do, but I don't. I drink lemon in iced tea. That cause your body to lose weight. I was 220 pounds, 163 pounds right now. So I lost, you do the math there and see how many pounds I lost, and that becomes me drinking lemon iced tea every day. So that's a good way to lose weight, and it's healthy. However, don't drink too much lemon. Like one lemon in 2 different cups of iced tea every day is good, and that's about it. Don't drink too many lemons, because lemon is acidic. Acidity, and acidity is the opposite of alkalinity. Your body needs between 7, I think it's between 7 and 10 or between 7 and 11. I don't remember exactly how much, but between 7 and 11 points of alkalinity. So all the food that you eat, the most healthy food are food that starts from 7%, from 7, the alkalinity level of 7 to 11. Foods like avocado and some other healthy food. However, when you buy food, when you buy vegetables and fruits like in the store, it is not the same vegetable as you get from the tree, and that is because the federal government had, through preservative means, which is one of the main things that is giving people cancer in this food that you buy from the store, they had reduced the maximum alkalinity level to 4.6. So even in an avocado that is supposed to be at about a 7 in alkalinity, it won't be more than a 4.6 when you buy it in the store, and that is because of the preservative that they spray on these things. So when you buy fruits in the store, it is not the same fruits. It is not the same thing that you enjoy. I don't have much time to spend on each particular subject because there is so much to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about is walking bare feet. Sometimes I'm not just walking bare feet, but walking bare feet in the earth. A healthy thing to do if your body is sick, if you have diabetes or cancer or heart disease or any of those diseases that as I say come through food. If you have a house or you live in a house and you have a backyard, you can go to like the Home Depot and buy yourself a fork and till the soil, turn the soil, and in the part of the soil that you turn, stand in that part of the soil, bare feet. And if you have the time that you can stand in that soil for half an hour every day, 30 minutes every day, and you do that for a certain period of time, like say 20 days, 21 days, you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see a great turnaround in your health. Just turn the soil and keep turning the soil, so you stand on fresh soil every day. You're standing on fresh soil. The fresher the soil, the better it is. Turn the soil, stand on fresh soil, and you do that between a half an hour to 1 hour a day. Half an hour to 1 hour a day. That's a very, very powerful way to turn your health back around. You will actually feel the chakras, you'll actually feel the benefits coming through your nerves and your veins and the different parts of your body. You will feel it. You will feel your health and your body changing while you do that. That's another way again of breathing disease. That's a part of the exercise of breathing disease. So I don't know if you're gonna have much more time on this video. We're running in and half an hour right now, but practice all the things I've told you. Look through this video, and if I put writing in this context, it is going to say in red writing that it's important that you read, what's ever in the details of the description. Read that. That would be more in detail, but I might not do that. But follow all the directives that I give you in this video, and do this for a certain period of time, and you watch. That disease will be out of your body. And when the disease comes out of your body, watch what you eat. Pay attention to what you're eating. Don't eat too much of one thing on a daily. Eat the things that you love. Eat just enough so that you will continue loving those things. Don't eat too much of it so that you don't want it anymore. You don't want it for a period of time. And anytime you become to the place where you don't want to consume your favorite food anymore for a period of time, that means you have too much. This same food that you love so much, that was your favorite food, that food can also bring a disease into your body. Any food can bring a disease into your body if it is consumed in excess. So it's not about what you eat, because anything that you eat can be good or it can be bad. It is about spiritual consumption. It is about limit on anything. So if you want to live a long life, place a minimum, place a limit on the things that you love, and the spirit will attract more to these things, and that spirit body will revitalize. The spirit body will gain power and will gain the power over life, that it will overpower the flesh body not to have its own way, which is going to destroy itself. The flesh body is like a baby. You know, a baby wants a lot of things, but you can't let them have everything that they want, because they will destroy themselves. You as a parent have to know the limits, what a child can have or what a child cannot do. When I grew up with my grandmother, and some of the things that she was busting my ass for, I didn't understand what she was doing. I didn't understand why I was getting beat for this thing until I become a man. Then I start looking back and say, oh, I see why she did that. And I not only appreciate all the love that I got from her, but all the ass whipping I got from her, which was a lot. I appreciate them too. I appreciate everything that has happened to my life, in my life, good and bad. Another thing that you can't have in your life, if you want to have a healthy body, you cannot have hate within your heart. You cannot carry grudges. You cannot carry malice. Or you cannot be indignant. You see, life is not all about you. And when you're a person who have purpose in life, you're going to have people in your life that are going to do you good things, or they're going to do you unfavorable things that you don't like. But you don't carry malice, you don't carry grudge in your life, because that will block your path to a healthy life, will block your path to a spiritual life, and it will block your path to an eternal life. Because all the players in your life are important. The man that does you wrong, the man that does you right, the people that owe you money and did not pay, all these things are elements in your life to teach you and to shape you into who you need to be in life, into becoming a better person, into molding yourself into that better purpose in life that God has created you for. Because if you don't have purpose in life, you don't have a life. Because the life that you live is for the purpose that you are to be carrying out in your life. So your life is not relevant without the purpose. So do not let people make you bitter, because when you're bitter, you're compromising your physical health, you're compromising your spiritual health, you're compromising the very life that is within you. I hope by you listening to me this day that you will be inspired, you will understand that in order for you to have life, you have to give life. You have to give up some of the things that you love in life in order to have life. The Bible tells you that a man shall not live by bread alone. If you shall not live by bread alone, to not live is to die. So if you shall not live by bread alone, that means that by bread alone you should die. If you eat, get up and you eat every day, you eat, you continue eating, you continue eating, you continue eating, and you don't take time out to fast, you're going to die. The body must sacrifice, and in order for the flesh body to have life, it must sacrifice. It must not indulge in too many pleasures. It must not indulge in the love of money and in the lust of the flesh. Because all those things are lifelessness. It must not be indulged in the worship of vanity, whether that vanity is your house, or your car, or your children, or your life's achievement. It must not dwell on those things, because when the Spirit dwell on those things and the Spirit is involved in idolatry, and idolatry is dead. I hope again you learn from this video. Please share this link with others so that they can also be inspired, because part of living is sharing. If you're not sharing life, then you're living selfishly. And if you're living selfishly, then your life does not have a purpose. Thanks a lot. My name is Delroy Young, and I hope you was inspired by watching my video.